Hi, I'm Kat, and this is my podcast at Soul Level. It is my intention for this podcast to inspire my listeners to be brave and courageous, to build their own lives in a way that makes them truly happy, healthy, satisfied, and at peace. I will do this by sharing my own stories and how I go about building the life of my dreams, as well as through the stories of others inspiring guests. So welcome, may this podcast be an inspiration on your path. Hello and welcome to Series 2, Episode 1. As you've heard in the introduction, I want to guide my listeners to live their life bravely, courageously, and really through following your own calling and your own truth. And this is Series 2, as I said, Episode 1. Within this series, they will be a bit different than Series 1. In the first series, I kind of shared with you guys what I know and what I've learned, whereas this time around I want to share with you my life a little bit more and what I'm doing, but also I will be inviting guests to share what it is that they do, how they find happiness in life, and how they stay inspired and passionate about whatever it is that they do in their life. But yeah, I kind of realized that I don't think I have shared much of myself in my previous episodes, or at least I can't remember, to be honest. So I thought I'll start this series with a little bit of an introduction to what it is that I do, who I am. And just then it will be a nice segue to the guests that I will be inviting on my podcast as well. So my name is Kat Bazylko, full name Katarzyna. Actually, I am Polish originally. Currently I live in United Kingdom, and I've been here for, I think it's 15 years now. Yeah, that's it, over 15 years actually. So what do I do? There is a link to my website in the show notes, and I thought that I would just read out a little introduction to myself and what I do, and also read out the short story of how I got to where I am now from my website as well, because I am doing this episode solo and I don't want to go I don't want to go off on a tangent too much. Hence, I will be reading a little bit from my website today, so please forgive me if it sounds a little bit robotic, but I think it's just the best way to do it for me. Anyway, so I guide sensitive souls to the core truth behind any situation. Seeing the core truth releases falsehoods by which you might have been driven most of your life and brings alignment to who you truly are, to your inner beauty, strength, and power. Once you release other people's or society's expectations of you and get in touch with your inner power, self-mastery, and trust in yourself, your work will become more fulfilling, relationships more loving, and life in general more magical. So I work with spirit / universe / divine love / God, whatever you want to call it. I work with them to guide you through this process via one-to-one sessions, energy healing, and group workshops. And within my practice, I incorporate astrology, human design, numerology. I use oracle cards as well as just intuitive mediumship messages. So that's in a nutshell what I do. If you feel like this is something you would like to learn more about and you're not sure if my services are for you, then please visit my website. I have a few questions on the main site, on the homepage, that you can read and ask. Well, you can ask yourself and answer, and then if any of them are a resounding yes, then most likely you would be a good fit to work with me. I currently offer 2 different services. I suppose there are kind of 2 of them, yeah. Well, kind of 3, let's say 3, and I'll let you know why I am struggling with this. So first, on my website, you can see that I do tarot and angel card readings. And also I offer sessions called Find Your Magic. So the tarot and angel card readings are quite self-explanatory. That is, if you are familiar with card readings. If you're not, I will just let you know quickly what that is. So tarot and angel readings are a divination system using a set of cards to gain clarity, insight, and inspiration regarding any area of life the querent has on their mind, and that includes relationships, career, personal development, and more. So the reading can provide you with invaluable insight into your conscious and unconscious drivers behind any situation. And during the session, you will gain a larger picture of the situation you're asking about and advice on the best course of action. So, yeah, I mean, these are quite easy and short, let's say short in time compared to my other services. So I offer a mini reading of 15 minutes up to a 1-hour reading, but they are, as mentioned, card readings. The other services that I offer, the Find Your Magic sessions, are slightly different. So these sessions would be 1.5 hours long. It is a combination of human design, astrology, meditative exercises, working on our subconscious, as well as me communicating any messages from your spirit guides or your passed down loved ones or your angels, whoever might want to come in, whatever intuitive messages there are for you, they might be included in that session. Basically, these sessions, within these sessions, we will dig deep into the core of your true self. We'll be finding the hidden gems, strengths, and challenges to help you navigate your life with more confidence, clarity, and sense of direction. So this offer is for those who are struggling with self-love, confidence, and clarity about who they are, why they're here, where they're going. This uncertainty can manifest in many areas of your life, such as relationships, friends and romance, career, and home life. So the point of these sessions is to awaken you to your truth and power so you can continue living your life with a new sense of empowerment, freedom, and self-love. Now, because we are all completely different and unique, each session will be completely different and unique compared to other clients. So just depending what you need, I might feel like a specific exercise is relevant to you as well if I've done it with someone else, but it might not. It really is down to what your needs and the intuitive promptings that I receive as to what you need the most at the time that you come to me. So they are a lot more flexible. I want them to flow naturally, these sessions, so there is no fixed package, let's call it, and that I've created. You can buy one session, but you can also purchase up to 6 upfront and use them whenever, however you like. Yeah, so those are my offers currently, at least. I suppose the third offer that I was kind of counting in and then counting out at the beginning is the Angel Club that I run through my Facebook group. So in order to be a part of the Angel Club, you need to access my Facebook group. It is open to anyone. It is set as a private group because I want it to remain, comfortable and safe for the members, but anyone can join. Okay, so you can feel free to join, and as usual, the link will be in the show notes. The Angel Club is a free, I suppose, workshop. I think you can call it a workshop, or sessions, free sessions that happen once a month, where we meet with our angels, that is guardian angels or archangels, and depending on what's the theme for the month, which again I receive intuitively, we will do meditative exercises and exercises with cards. So you would need at least one deck of either oracle, angel, or tarot cards, whatever you feel drawn to, because we will be doing a lot of, not a lot of, but at least one exercise per session with them. So yeah, it's more of a group session. And yeah, through those sessions, I want to help people connect with their intuition more, with their inner self. We might be asking some hard questions, difficult questions, but also we'll have angels help us deal with them, resolve any issues. But also they are fun. Okay, it's not any, it's not just all heavy. It is fun, and it happens well with other people, so we can talk through things, have a chat about our practices, spiritual practices as well, and whatever we find out throughout those sessions. They will be recorded, not the sessions themselves, sorry, but the instructions for each sessions will be recorded at some point, and I will be putting them up onto my YouTube channel as well. So if you can't attend the group session each month, that's okay. You can just follow the instructions by yourself through my YouTube channel, to which I will post a link in the show notes as well. So thank you very much for listening to that to start with. Now I want to read out a short story, I suppose, around why I'm doing what I'm doing, or how I got to do what I'm doing now. So this part is also going to be from my website. And, I'm doing this now because I want to create a segue into the interviews that I'll be doing, and also my personal stories that I'll be sharing with you guys, because this is the best way that I can think of doing in order to help you find your own way to happiness and fulfillment in life. So these are all things that I have learned, experienced. And I personally really like to listen to other people's stories to see how they have gone through any challenges, how they have dealt with life in general, I suppose. I think we just don't see or hear a lot of open and honest accounts of other people's lives and how they got to where they are. We usually see the end product, don't we? Where they are now, if they are known or famous, known for something, or popular for whatever, whatever it is that they do. We only see the outline, not the outline, but the external creation, but we don't know much about what have happened in their life and internally for them to get them to the point that they are at now. So that's why I appreciate personal stories, and that's why I will want to share them with you. And through those stories, I hope that you will recognize how possibly I might be able to help you on your journey through my services, or just listening to the stories might be inspiration in itself, and also the stories of my guests, and also the services of my guests, if you feel drawn to looking into them a little bit more as a result. Okay, so let me get to that story. As I mentioned, I am Kat. My name is Kat, that is. I'm an energy reader, spiritual medium, and healer. I have spent my life studying and researching the power of our minds and bodies, which took me through different aspects of human health and well-being. My calling was always the same, to help myself and others live a healthy and fulfilling life, and I have approached this mission in various different ways. From working in the fitness industry to privately studying psychology, nutrition, and most recently spirituality and emotional health. The various studies always kept my mind busy, but I didn't notice how my personal struggles and challenges of life started to accumulate and put pressure on my health mentally, emotionally, and physically. I've always been a determined and persistent individual, but as much as we would all like to think, we all have our limits, and one way or another they will catch up with us, whether we like it or not. This is what happened to me in 2019. After years and years of living my life in a certain pattern, I didn't notice how I was unconsciously creating my life in a way that wasn't serving my happiness nor fulfillment. I would work my backside off, trying to get to this imaginary goal, never fully hitting the mark and sacrificing my own well-being in the process. So I finally come to realize I needed help, and I chose to seek help of a hypnotherapist. You could say the rest is history. It's a beautiful story of miracles and magic that led me down the path of discovering the world of spirit and my own spiritual skills of psychic mediumship and angelic connection. Now, don't be fooled by thinking since then it's all been sunshine and rainbows. Spiritual awakening and personal transformations are a bumpy ride full of wonder, but also difficult and sad experiences, all of which are there to help us grow and evolve further. That is what is needed for a true personal empowerment and finding genuine happiness in life. I am now at a place where I can offer my knowledge and experience to those who seek to find happiness of their own. I work closely with spirit, and I use various tools to the best of my ability, depending on what is needed for my client at the time. I'm an avid card reader, starting from Oracle through Tarot and Angel cards, so you see me using those, but I don't shy away from astrology, human design, or numerology. It all depends what is needed the most for you when working with me. So that is my short introduction as to how I got to where I am, why I do what I do. I hope you find it interesting enough to listen to my next episodes. If you have any questions, please message me on Facebook. If you would like me to cover anything in particular that I have already mentioned in this first episode, and you would like me maybe to elaborate on a certain topic, please feel free to message me. Otherwise, just continue on listening. I have 2 guests coming up and more in line for these series, and I really look forward to sharing these people with you, really, what they went through, what they offer, how they can help you. Effectively, I really want this podcast to be an inspiration and a place where you can find alternative ways of helping yourself become it to, on the way of gaining more confidence and empowerment within your own life, so you really are a conscious creator of it and not just a victim to circumstances. So thank you very much for listening, and stay in touch. Bye. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and leave a review. You can find me on www.soullevelhealing.com. Bye for now.